What it do, world? It's your boy Elroy back again with some more content. Yes, I am back. Somewhat, kind of, sort of. I don't know yet. Lots of things that happened. So, first things first, I'm out and about. Decided, you know what? I need to share this experience with you all. I wanted to share this experience. Now, right here, this building. Right, I basically grew up in this building. This is the Blinton house. This is where my grandmother pretty much lived majority of her life at, and I was raised in. Right, it's a elderly home, fairly income-based household members, so forth and so forth. Now here's the kicker, though. This is what I really want. This building right here. Oh, this building right here. I would see this building forever and stare at it. Especially this gate. I always thought this gate was cool. I don't know why as a little kid. But I would see this building forever and just stare at it and be like, what is this building for? I don't see no one go in it. I don't see none of it. Nothing. Nothing at all. No lights turn on, no lights turn off. Nothing. It would puzzle me. Now it says it's Pregnancy Life Skills Center. But I don't see them. I mean, there's a couple cars in the parking lot, but even still, I don't be seeing nobody enter that place. I don't know. I don't even think it was that before that. I think way back then, I think it was what's it called, a radio station broadcasting center or something like that. I don't know. But ah, I missed you guys. I know I say that all the time, but I really do miss you guys. I've been going through a lot, as usual, as per usual. Definitely gotta catch you all up. But it was just a beautiful day, and it's Derby season in my city. Come see me. You feel me? Come see me. Come see the city. Home of the horses racing. Anyways, yeah. Ah man, I don't even know where to begin. I guess I'll start from the very top. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Yeah, death is pretty hard, man. I just lost my godmother. She was a very good woman to me. Uh, her mom and her mother and my grandmother were best friends, and then my godmom and my mom were best friends. And so we were basically family. Raised me. She helped raise me, all that good jazz. She was just a lovely woman. She always had an open door policy. Will always tell me you do great things. I always stay positive. She cooked like a mug. She cooked like a mug. Fun fact, and I just learned this here recently. When my sister was little, before I was born, my mother couldn't cook dressing. She didn't know how to cook dressing, right? So my godmom taught her how to make dressing, because my mother would make dressing out of a box. Now, if you growing up, especially in a black household, anything from a box for Thanksgiving or birthdays is a no-go. You gotta make it from scratch, right? And my mom was making it out of a box. My godmom taught her how to make it, and now my mom's dressing is the top-notch dressing at any family function. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty funny, and that moms has always, I guess, lived vicariously through a sister, so to speak. My godmom. And then at the funeral was a couple weeks ago. Well, not even a couple weeks ago. Well, yeah, a week or two ago now. Um, it was dope to talk about the greens. Godmama Angel knew how to throw down on some greens. You feel me? You feel me? And so I made a plate of barbecue chicken, mashed potatoes with the gravy and some greens. I threw some smoked ham hog in there. You feel me? If you know, you know. I fried it up first, and then drained a little bit of the grease, then throw the greens in there. If you know, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it was beautiful. My uncle Tony, he got a few laughs out of everybody. Cause I mean, that was the type of person my godmom was. She didn't want you. She really didn't want you to be sad over her funeral. She wanted you, to cry it out a little bit, but then turn around, and celebrate, the memories, celebrate life that you know a passing one had, and that's how my family always roll. We'll cry for a week or two, maybe a month or two, and then we living by care, we're allowing them what they taught us, live through us, you know what I mean? Whether it's cooking, whether it's habits, behaviors, mindsets, we just, that's how we carry them on through our everyday lives in the living. But, man, that is just rough. I ain't gonna talk about it anymore right now. We'll wait till we get to the spot. Speaking of the spot, I got another spot. So I'm in another program. Long story short, LRC was the previous program that I was in. They are pretty much shut down. Yeah. Okay, so little story behind that, right? So um went to LRC. It's a Christian based program. Getting up at like 5:45 in the morning. We would do like a little prayer session. Then we'll go to the office. We'll do class. Class was from like 8 to like 3. Mainly just talked about mental health, coping skills, devices, and things of that nature. We would talk like that, and that was pretty much it. For real, for real. But it was a lot of drama, like a whole lot of drama. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Out of the programs I've been in so far, that program was pretty legit. It was on the nicer part of town. Um, the apartments were somewhat out of the ghetto, but there's a ghetto in every little neighborhood. And they would take us everywhere we wanted to go, take us to the store, whatever, whatnot. But man, like, it'll be a whole lot of drama. Like, I even bumped heads with a couple of the staff members because, I'm Buddhist, right? And part of my practice or practicing, doing my prayers, we light incense or sage or something like that. And I full well told them that I'm not Christian. I full well told them that I burn incense while in session of prayer. And they feel well known that. Like the head honcho, both the head honchos, one in the office and then one in the housing, knew that, right? Blatantly knew that. And of course they just excuse me. Of course they just blew it off. Of course they just kind of blew it off and just left it to me and the staff members to bump heads pretty much. So just one night I was burning the sage because there was a whole lot of nasty. There was also a whole lot of nasty energy. But man, dude was like, "Man, I told you about stop burning the sage with a root to scoop." And I was like, "Look, bro, we can handle it at the office. I sit down with what was her name? I forgot the rector's, the head director's name. But I said, look, we can sit down with her. We can sit down with the housing manager. We can sit down with the office operational director. We can have a sit down. We have a nice talk about why and or how you accepted me, knowing I'm not Christian and that I was going to practice my religion, my spirituality, how I wanted to, and you fully accepted me." He was like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I said, all right, cool, bet. Keep that energy, bro. Keep that energy, bro. Like, that was mad disrespectful. Cause he's the type of guy. I ain't gonna hold you. He's the type of guy that barks, but then barks and then try to nip at you, and then when you serve him the same energy, he's gonna be like, oh, my bad, my bad. So but me being me, gave him some grace, gave him a lot of grace, cause the following morning We got new people in the house or whatever, right? So it's me and another person. Now, we normally would wake up at like 6:45 in the morning. This man changes it to 5:50. And me and the other person who's been there the longest is like, bro, what is you on, bro? It's always been 6:45. We woke up. And we're at the dining room table about to do a little prayer session or whatever. And the staff member says like, nah. Then he goes to one person like, nah, didn't I say 5:50? Didn't I say 5:50? Didn't he's gonna start going around saying 5:50? I said, bro, you not getting ready to change it up every single time because new people are in here, bro. Stick to a regular routine, bro. The week before that, it was 6. The week before that was 6:30. Like, make up your mind, bro. Like, you're not getting ready to act brand new because we got new people in the household, whatever, right? And so he said something mad disrespectful, and I was just like, bro, pump your brakes, dog. Pump your brakes. And I'm about to walk away, and he was like, yeah, go ahead and leave. Go ahead and walk away. Go ahead and walk away. And I just stood there. Like, I stared him into submission. And he kind of like backed up a little bit. I said, you know what? I'm not getting ready to start my day with talking to the devil. I'm not getting ready to start my day talking to the devil. Nah, I'm good, bro. You out your rabbity ass mind. And it's 6:45, and it's always been 6:45. And guess what? The following morning, it was 6:45. So, little tidbits and little drama shit like that happen. But the real big story is this. So, this was like, I want to say, this was pretty much 7 days to my last day, right? Because it's a 90-day program. So, man, I tell you, they tell me that Friday that I had to start picking a place to go, right? That the Friday before the week of my last week, right? So they tell me Friday. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking that I'm going to sit down with a case manager and we're going to discuss this place, that place, because the case manager gave me a list of places to check out, or no, he made me make a list and then turn around and give it to him, right? So I made a list, gave it to him. So Saturday we didn't have class, Sunday we had church, so no communication, nothing like that. So Monday rolls around, I'm thinking, all right, we gonna sit down and we gonna discuss, what's best for me, what good program for me. Nah, none of that. Monday comes around, I'm asking around, like, what's the deal? What are we doing? Like, what do I need to do? Where we scoop? Tuesday run around, same bullshit. Wednesday morning, right? Wednesday morning. At this point, by Tuesday night, I was already packed up because I felt it in the air. Some bullshit was going down because in the air they was doing some slimy stuff, like some real slimy stuff. Some BS was in the air, right? So come Wednesday morning, I shit you not. Not only me, but about 13 other people. Remind you, this program has about at least a solid good 50-something people in it. And steadily taking more people in. They had kicked out 13 people on the spot, including me. Because the director was telling or the leadership program part, the leadership, whoever's in the leadership, the select few who are in the leadership, right? To tell clients to switch your insurance, right? And don't worry about payment, because all you have to do is pay it at the end of the year. You're not staying there for a whole year. Who's going to pay for it? They were trying to get clients to switch insurance from regular, like Medicaid, Medicare insurance to premium insurance for, I guess, the tax cuts or whatever have you. I'm not for sure. I don't know the ends and means of it. I just know it's dirty. I know that's dead wrong to do that. And then turn around, you kicked out. They were still kicking out people when I left, because I'm still in contact with a lot of the members, a lot of the members there, or a lot of the clients, I should say, that are still there, right, man. So ah, it's sad, but it's funny at the same time, because that's common. Because you don't play with the higher power's name, bro. You don't play with God's name. You don't play with Jesus' name, Allah. Whoever you believe. You don't play with their names, man. Ah, snap. I think this is my bus. No, yeah. I think it's my bus is about to come. But man, we're gonna finish this here in a minute. Cause that, bro, you don't play with the Lord's word. So like I was saying, you don't play with the Lord's word or the Lord's name, right? So come to find out, the director was asking the leadership, like I said, and changing their insurance. Now, if you know, you know, but basically when you do that, you have to turn around and pay for it at the end of the year. You're not staying there for a whole year. So that spread it all through the whole program. And what really pissed me off was they had a property of mine that really meant a lot to me. It was an old flask with Bob Marley on it. And I never used it for real. I never drank from it. But it meant a lot to me because that person's not here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person's gone. And they fucked around and either threw it away or kept it. I feel like they fucked around and kept it for real, in my opinion. But they did something with it, and it automatically pissed me off. But what was the company's name? It was called Good Landing, is what it was called. The recovery center, and they're from Atlanta, and they came up here and took over LRC. Man, did them dirty. Did them too dirty. Did them mad dirty, yo. And a bunch of people got kicked out, and now they're not a recovery center anymore. They're a temporary work group force or some shit like that. Like, basically, they can't register as a recovery center anymore, basically. And so, like I said, I got a couple people still there, and they're still there, and they don't go to AA classes, they don't go to NA classes. They're just there. And if you get a job, I guess they'll take you to your job or something like that. But other than that, yeah, no, that's it. So now I'm at this new spot, new location. Gotta, of course, keep it disclosure and whatnot. But yeah, and so far, this program's pretty good. I'm down here on the south side. It's Derby in the city, you feel me? It's Derby week. It's a beautiful day. Just hopped off the Target, and man, everybody and their grandmama got their food truck, their food spot open. Everybody's out in their dresses and big derby hats and stuff. It's all in love, it's all in fun. You know what I'm saying? Good times and all that. You know, but the city's alive today. I'm happy. I'm always happy to see my city alive and well. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yeah. But back to the main topic, man. Angel, she will be missed. She definitely will be missed. I think my mom's handling it pretty well. I think the family's handling it pretty well. Oh, there's a kitty. Look. Kitty. Little kitty. Little kitty. That's fun. Yeah, I'm heading to the spot now. Ooh, it's windy. But yeah, I don't know, man. here lately, I've been, I don't know, it's funny, just the duality of life and death. It's funny, like, just to have conversations on someone's deathbed. I haven't felt that since, I haven't felt that sensation since, um, on my grandmother's deathbed, you know what I mean? I haven't felt that sensation since I was a little kid. And it's just, the duality of it all, like having, her grandbabies and her nieces and nephews, sit, have to sit next to her in a hospital bed, or, funeral, and, discuss how things are going to go, life moving forward. It's just, I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way. It's just, I don't know. It's just being like my death, right? Like being on my deathbed and like, dude, I'm wondering, would I want to hear that shit? Would I want to discuss that shit? Like, it's a really tough thought to have. You know what I mean? To have that thought of like, one day you're gonna die. You're gonna be on your deathbed. You're gonna have to tell one of your relatives that, this is my passwords. This is what I want to go to who's. You know, man, I mean, just all that. And then on the flip side, to see, what I'm saying, the youth so cheerful, so joyful, so full of life. I don't know, it's just the duality of the two. The life and death is, what I'm saying, right there in your face. There's no denying it, One side, they're just starting to put their feet down on the ground on earth. The other side, they're about to step into the afterlife. It's just, I don't know. These are the type of thoughts that they keep me up at night. You know what I mean? Just discussing it, and just more importantly, just seeing it firsthand. This is where my mind goes. This is what my mind thinks in these situations. And, the loss and the grief. And, I mean, so far, the women who I've lost in my life, through X, Y, and Z circumstances, they all say the same thing, is that I'm ready to go. Both my grandmothers, my godmom now, they've all said the same thing, I'm ready to go. I'm not holding on to any of this. I'm ready to move on. And I just hope I have that courage and strength like them. I just hope, wherever they are, you know what I mean? They're watching down on me and giving me strength as I carry on through life, taking their wisdom and their knowledge that I learned from them, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that kind of ponder. I've been pondering these past couple weeks about, but I'm here, keeping it short. But yeah, this episode goes out to you, Angel, Godmom. I love you. You'll be missed. And remember, somebody, somewhere, someone loves you. I'm out.